Hi there, this is Two Legs Better from New Zealand, and today is another episode on badminton. Oh, I need to change the date. Today is 29th. Yeah, that's 29th. Okay, so in today's episode, I'm going to explain how great is the brilliant ZHENG Siwei. And if you are a badminton fan, either by watching or playing yourself, and you know ZHENG Siwei, right? So he recently retired after winning the last Olympic gold medal, and together with HUANG Yaqiong. And this is his bio, and you can, a brief scroll, you can see how many gold medals he has won. That's for the championships and the grade level. It's not even for those opens and masters, these small tournaments. However, today's episode, I'm not going to talk about, the focus is not on what he has achieved. It's more about how and why he achieved those. And so this is Two Legs Better. Welcome to my channel, and I'm always right. So please subscribe and come back. Okay. Now, the brilliance of ZHENG Siwei is an interesting case because this is my assessment of him as a player, as a badminton player. Of course, he's great, right? He's all-around great player. However, compared to other top players, the top at the world stage in the history of badminton, he's not really that outstanding. You look at that. His smash is okay. But it's not very fast. It's not the fastest. I don't think you ever see his smash as listed as the fastest in any of the tournaments he attended. And he doesn't do a lot of trick shots, at least not visibly, unlike other people like Yuta Watanabe. You can see he does a lot of trick shots to win. In my opinion, trick shots don't really win games. You still have to have technique. So I don't consider that a knock. And it's also not to say that he cannot do it. He can definitely do that. He can do those trick shots. He just chooses not to do that in the games. Because why? Because he has a brilliant mind. I think his mind sets him apart from everything else. So that's number one. So the number one trait, the best trait, the most brilliant trait of ZHENG Siwei is his mind. From the CER2 framework, that's choice, execution, and follow-up, ready for the next one. So that's the CER2 framework. In this framework, ZHENG Siwei is great at choice. And he's top-notch at execution, but not necessarily outstanding, more than everybody else in execution. And he's great in the ready for next one, the follow-up. So if you don't believe me, I want to show you one clip. And this one is this is a men's double. A men's double, you can see this is ZHENG Siwei. So this is ZHENG Siwei, and his partner is Wang Yilü. Wang Yilü is a great player himself. He, together with Huang Dongping, they won the last 2020 Olympics gold medal over ZHENG Siwei and HUANG Yaqiong. But, there were some rumors saying that ZHENG Siwei had a cold, a flu before the game or something, but whatever. This is Olympic gold medal. It's a great accomplishment. So he is one of the top players as well in his own right. He's tall, he's rangy, he's fast, he's great. Now you would think two great players, right? Two great male players, and they play mixed double. Mixed double has higher requirement for men, for the male players. Everybody agrees on that. So you would consider two greater players put together is even greater, right? It's almost like not 1 plus 1 bigger than 2. It's like 1.5 plus 1.5 is should be bigger than 3, right? However, that's not the case. But why? Well, let me first talk a little bit about their opponent. Their opponent is two tall guys as well. That's Oh Xuanyi and Han. I forgot the other guy's name. Han. Yeah. Han Chengkai. Yeah. These two, Oh Xuanyi was in the national team, but Han Chengkai was not. I don't think. Not the main player, anyways. So you would think the two Olympic gold medalists against the two good but not necessarily great player at the time, it should be an easy win, right? But that's not the case. Let me explain to you why. Because in men's double, sometimes your capability can get in the way. Because both of you can get to the shots. It's like your range is bigger. So there's a bigger overlap. So I'm going to just show you one play to illustrate my point here. Okay, just this one play. All right, let's see.
没想到韩振凯推了一个后场底线。
So Oh Xuanyi serves. You see that? You see that it's look at how they look at each other. Look at how they look at each other. Now, whose fault do you think? Who do you think is responsible for this? Should get this one, right? And I want you to take a look at it before the shots. Okay. Now let's see.
推了一个后场底线。
Serve, Zheng Siwei push, and now, by the way, Zheng Siwei should block it. Okay, Zheng Siwei should just stay here and block, but he moved to the left. I don't know why though. So, and then Wang Yili had to move to his right to cover the straight, and that's a great shot. And Wang Yili push it back, and Zheng Siwei come to the middle, and it's a flat exchange. Now, let's see the next one. All right. Something is wrong with my computer. I need a better computer, I suppose. All right, see that? See that one? Okay. So first of all, it's a questionable return on Wang Yili's part, but it's doubles play. It's so fast. So I'm not blaming anyone. I'm not judging anybody. You know, it's such a fast shot. It's a backhand shot. So it's very fast. And you can see the other two players. So Han Chengkai is here, and Oh Xuanyi is here, and they are good players too, right? So the push was not too high, not too fast, and just right in front of Oh Xuanyi. So Oh Xuanyi using backhand to do that. And look at Zheng Siwei and Wang Yili. Now the thing is this: both of them has a case, because Oh Xuanyi was very smart to push it right in front of the net, slightly closer to Zheng Siwei. Why? Because Zheng Siwei was moving backward. He was moving backward and sideways a little bit. And Wang Yili is going forward a little bit. So it does not make sense to push it towards Wang Yili. So it's slightly towards Zheng Siwei. Now, so Zheng Siwei changed his movement. He moving back, but then go forward. You see that? He can do that because it's totally within his range. If it's a mixed double, that's his shot. And he actually, I think he's in a better position than Wang Yili to take the shot. However, Wang Yili is already on his way to that shot. So both of them has almost the equal case. If I have to assign blame, I can't assign. I can't say it's, you know, one person's blame more than the other. And that's the problem. Because both of them firmly believe they are the one that's supposed to get the shuttle, and the other one is going to let them do that. And that's why their racket clash. And you can see this is near the end of the game. That's the critical point. And, you know, so this happened really at a very inopportune time. See that? You see that? You see where the shuttle drops. The shuttle drops on Zheng Siwei's side. So Zheng Siwei basically saying, it's mine. But Wang Yili clearly not happy, looking at him saying, it's mine. Why? Because he can. So you see that? So I wouldn't blame anybody. I'm just saying this is a collaboration problem. And that brings me to the next point. So I just said, So Zheng Siwei is brilliant because of his mind, but he's brilliant also because of the lady he was with. Okay, and let's see, this is the lady he was with. Okay. And this is the guy. This is the guy. This is the gal I'm talking about. That is his partner, Huang Yaqiong. And they, for the most part of their collaboration, they are great together. Now, for doubles play, the biggest part is this. What do? Do you try to take on more responsibility, play more, or you try to help your partner? My point is you try to help your partner, especially if your partner is the more capable one. So mixed double is great this way. And you look at Huang Yaqiong. Yaqiong is great. Yaqiong is great in front of the net and is also great. Situational awareness is great. And she knows when her partner needs help and where. So she's great to be there. So let's see if we can see that from their play. This is against two Indonesian players. I remember this one. You see that? This is the brilliance of Zheng Siwei here, right? Now, let's look at that. By the way, I mentioned that I don't like the cross smash, right? But in mixed double, it's a little bit okay because it's still a woman, a female player. So he's smashing to the female player, and but even female player, that's Vijaya. Vijaya actually, it was a great return. Look at that. Look at that. So going forward, and then just hit it. And I'll talk about how to add that hitting into your power a little bit later in today's episode as well. Let's just finish this one. So I said the reason you don't do cross is basically you take your partner out of the equation, right? This is the same case. You can see Yaqiong try to get it, try to intercept the shuttle, but she couldn't. So the shuttle passed her and go to the back. Now here's the thing though. If the shuttle is going to go here, what is Zheng Siwei's choices? So using the CER2 analysis, right? So this is number one, that's dropping in front of the net. Number one, dropping in front of the net. Number two is cross to the net. And number three, that's the back. And number four, okay? Now look at, this is Vijaya, and that's Rival. Well, I don't know. I don't really know his name. I'm terrible with names. Sorry about that. So look at where they stand. The place they stand like this, and they have a couple ways to do it. Okay, so for Vijaya, if she moves almost diagonally towards the corner of 1, and she's going to cover 1. So, and then her responsibility would be this corner, okay? If she goes that, and then the male player can just go towards her for half a step or 1 step, then he can cover the whole rest of the court, okay? So that would be ideal situation. However, if Vijaya goes straight to the front, cover the middle of the net, and that would leave this area wide open, right? And then the male player had no choice but to cover that. And this is exactly what happened. And Zheng Siwei is also brilliant in this. Let me show you a little. See that? Oh, hold on. Let's go back a little bit. Okay, look at this. It's a backhand for Zheng Siwei, right? So, but look at the foot. Look at the footwork. Look at how open the body. But the thing is, before he go there, he saw he saw the movement. He saw she is moving forward a little bit, and look at him. Look at his feet. He's totally committed to cover behind her, and that is a mistake. Okay, and then the ZHENG Siwei just did a cross shot. See, that's a wide open with no one there, wide open. Okay, so that's one. Let's see. So, see that? That's a great play, but also great awareness.
Brilliant.
Right.
Brilliant. Incredible awareness. That came out of no.
The last one. What the hell is wrong with my computer?
Oh, the reactions.
Wow. And this is a net cord, and he gets, I think, a net cord off a net cord, and then ready,
Oh, yeah,
and then
that's the
covers.
next great play.
Brilliant.
Okay, my computer is not happy, so we'll see. Okay, how is this one great? This one is not just great in choice; it's also great in execution. So this is what happens. Okay. Now, okay, so that's the return for this return. So these two are Chinese pair. That's Feng Yanzhe. Feng Yanzhe is a really tall guy, almost 2 meters. And that's Huang Dongping in front of him. That's Huang Dongping. Huang Dongping is also a great player in her own right. She is very, very capable. Probably more capable than any of the current female mixed double players. And she won the 2020 Olympic gold medalist. And but her issue is she's too good. You know, but that's for another day. However, you look at this case. I think Feng Yanzhe, he made it's not a good shot, but I don't think he's totally to blame, because look at her. Look at Huang Dongping. Huang Dongping is in the way. So Feng Yanzhe cannot go through with the motion. After you hit, you want to let the racket drop. And because your partner is there, you can't do that. So that's one of the reasons the shot was not very good. Let's see where the shot goes.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's a little bit terrible. But I want you to see is this. So because the shot shadow is not very good, it's like in the mid-court area. Look at his feet. Look at ZHENG Siwei's feet. It's in the mid-court area. Okay. Now in this case, from ZHENG Siwei's perspective, if you are ZHENG Siwei, what you're looking at? You're looking at 1. So this is 1, and this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. So you can drop it in front of the net, and you can flat push it past the net player and drop in between 1 and 3, or you can clear to 3. Of course, clear to 3 and 4 clear is not a good idea. Well, yeah, high clear is not a good idea, and cross is difficult. If he tried to do cross, one is Yaqiong, Huang Yaqiong is in the way. The other is that Huang Dongping is already there. Huang Dongping is right at the T point in front of the net, so she's going to cover that. Now, the problem to me is Huang Dongping's choice. Huang Dongping has 2 choices. One, she can go to the left to block the straight, straight shot. If she blocks that, then Feng Yanzhe doesn't need to move. He can just stay there, because if Huang Dongping moves to the corner, to the corner 1, that means this is her responsibility area. You know, this area. She's responsible for this. and Feng Yanzhe will cover the rest of the court, and that will be she needs to move a little bit, and he doesn't need to move at all, and that cross wouldn't have happened. Then I would assume the shot will be a straight down the line and try to pass Huang Dongping in front of the net to pass her to go down, and then at least it will put Feng Yanzhe in a not very pleasant situation. But now you see what Huang Dongping does. So Huang Dongping moved a little bit and then moved back, and that kind of both of them, I think. Feng Yanzhe was jumping to the left because he probably saw that Huang Dongping didn't move to the left, so he had to cover the left. And ZHENG Siwei, this is the execution point. ZHENG Siwei opened up the racket, looks like he's going to play the straight, and then change the racket at the last moment and played across court. And that's open court. Past the front player and drop.
Brilliant.
You see that? See? It looks like he was playing the straight, and then both of them go for the straight, then he changed to the other side.
Incredible awareness. That came out of no...
And this one is just a great play. Okay, look at that. Look at that.
Oh, the reactions.
Wow.
People say that's great anticipation. I say it's not just anticipation, it's just a great play. That is great follow-up. Okay, let me show you what I mean. See if I can explain it. All right. Okay. Now this is the play. Okay. The play, there are so many things happened before that, right? And by the way, their opponent are world champion themselves. That's Seung-jae and Yoo-jung. They play against each other a lot, and they actually took away the world championship from them. But overall record, ZHENG Siwei and Huang Yaqiong has been dominant over the years. But that's a different point. Let's just focus on this play. So from the back, and he's a lefty, so he's using the left hand, the backhand, to drop it, and he saw that ZHENG Siwei was retrieving, so he dropped it in front of the net, which is not necessarily a terrible play. A better idea might be drop it in the middle to create a confusion between the two players, but it's okay, and it's a great drop actually. It's very close to the net, and it's a great drop. Here's the issue. When he drops it there, who is responsible for this corner? It should be Yoo-jung. Yoo-jung should just go there immediately, just in case, just prevent the return net shot. If she goes forward, you might say, okay, then that leaves this area wide open, right? That's okay, because Seung-jae is already here, and he would be responsible for this whole area, so it's fine. It should be fine. But because Yoo-jung didn't go, and ZHENG Siwei saw that, all right, you are not coming, so I'll just drop it back. That's so easy, you know, and it's a great shot as well. Let's see. See? So he just dropped it right in front of there and force Yoo-jung to go to the floor. Look how low she was. When you are that low, you don't have a lot of choices. You can't do cross. And you can do a high clear, but it won't be too high. And but you also need to applaud ZHENG Siwei. So after he dropped it in front, he immediately stand up and raise his racket. So already waiting there. So this is just that's a follow-up play. That's a great follow-up play. And then when Yoo-jung tried to return it high, he just put it down. You don't need to smash it hard. If you smash it hard, it might go out bounds. So just a little drop. And this is also how great the defense shows, how great the Koreans' defense was, right? And Seung-jae still got it back. It wasn't good return, but still got it back.
Oh, the
See that?
reactions.
Wow.
But then Zheng Siwei just put it in the open space, and it's just brilliant play. I just love those. Let's take another look at another one.
And this is a net cord, and he gets a
See
net
that?
cord off a net cord, and then ready, and then covers. He's made that
see
look
that?
easy.
Okay. So this is against the Thailand players. The Thailand players are also very good.
This is brilliant. Oh, what a shot.
All right. So now, it's an advertisement. So whose fault was it for that last play? And that's the question I want to see. That's clearly a brilliant play, right? So clearly a brilliant play, but if you have to say, well, who dropped the ball and or who should do what, and this is, let's take a look. All right. Okay. Now, phrase it in front of this. Okay. Now you can see the shadow is right here. The shadow is right here, and Zheng Siwei was up and was able to get a high point using backhand. And now he has a good choice. He can push it down straight or do the cross court. Okay. And now to the two Thailand players, and I like them too. I like these two. These Thailand players are also very, very good players. And for her, she saw that. She think, okay, I need to protect this line. I need to protect this line. And then you look at her body. She's moving backward. She's moving backward to cover the sideline, the whole sideline here. So that basically takes the push out of the way, not totally out of the way, because Zheng Siwei get it at such a high point, he can still push it with a very good quality to push the opponent in a bad point. Now then, only thing Zheng Siwei need to see is the male player. What does he do? Because if the girl goes this way, he should go one step forward, just one step forward, and then to cover the rest. Because now she is moving backward to cover this side, this part. And then who's covering the rest of that? That's the male player, right? Instead, he was also covering that. He was also going that way because, I don't know, that's what they do. It's to help his partner or something. I don't know, because there's no way he can get there. There's no way he can pass her to get to the shot if it is a straight shot, right? So I don't understand why he did that. See that? You see the little movement? So his body moving right, and then Zheng Siwei saw that, just change it and then drop it across, and that's a win.
What a shot.
Let's see it again, the replay. See that? You see how he changed directions? And that's the thing. That's really, it's about a collaboration of two persons on the court, and slight difference can make a huge difference in terms of the outcome. Okay, let's look at another one.
And then straight onto the attack.
Seung-jae again. Okay, this one. Whose fault was that? No, I try not to do that, but let's see what happened here. Okay. Now, look at that. This is so. He's lefty and he's under pressure, right? So he pushed it back. It was not of great quality. Let's admit that, right? It's okay. It's to the mid-court. It is flat, but it's also kind of from ground up. So it's going up. It's kind of floaty. So it gives Zheng Siwei some choices, but Zheng Siwei is also very fast. He jumps very fast, open up, and then get the shuttle at a very high point. Now here's the thing though. for Zheng Siwei, this is 1. Oh, this is totally red, so I need to change the color. Let's change it to blue. So this is 1. 1, that's in front of the net. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so of course 4 would be difficult, and 2 is also difficult. So basically the only choices is 1 and 3. So the straight line are basically the only choices. That is why I don't understand why Yoo-jung tried to go that way. I really don't understand it. She shouldn't. If she goes forward to here, then the drop would not be available to Zheng Siwei. Zheng Siwei cannot drop in here because she would be there to defend. She's a lefty too, by the way. And that's clearly what So was expecting, because So was trying to move to the right side, because if she goes to the left, then this corner was hers, and then all the rest of the court was Seung-jae's responsibility. So, but because she moved that way, and then both of them moved out, and then Zheng Siwei saw that. See that? A drop.
It was just
See that? A drop,
tumbling.
and succeeded. So, so you look at that. I think in the badminton game, a lot of